again everyone, how we doing? Today we're going to take a look at my hunter build for intermediate players. Right now I've been playing Destiny for about 6 months, so I want to show people that are just getting into the game what sort of build to get around the 6-month mark before you start getting into the high end. But I want to make it clear my hunter is very competitive, and I'm going to show you a few reasons why in this video. Hey, what's up everyone, Mike here, and as promised I said I'll take you through my hunter class. Now, first thing, I'm around 1328. It's a little higher, but I keep swapping out my weapons. I'm trying out some new things for videos, etc. So just take a look at the armor and the stats first. Now, I'm down to 72 mobility. Now, a lot of hunters like to run 100 mobility, and I was running 100 too. And I started dropping it down slightly in slight little increments, because as you know, mobility is all about your dodge ability, which is the main part of a Titan. But I found dropping it down to 72 didn't really affect my dodge time cooldown. It just feels just as fast. It's not much of a difference. If you want to be a little bit faster, I guess for your exotic you could run Stompies. But I find 72 a nice number. I might boost up a little bit more, but 72 seems to be alright. Now if you come down to my resilience, I'm down on 47. Now the reason I'm only at 47 is because without the 120 hand cannons, it's not that bad anymore. You know, if I was a Titan, I'd want 100, but as a hunter, with the 120 hand cannons getting nerfed, I find that around 47, I wouldn't mind a little bit higher. That's something I am working on, but around 47 is not too bad. I mean, it's a lot easier to deal with than it used to be. Recovery I've got as 70. Again, I think recovery is probably first or second with mobility on a hunter on importance level. I mean, 70 is a nice little number. It don't take me too long to regen. I would like that higher if I'm being honest, but right at 70 is not a bad number to have it as. So if you come down to discipline, it's only at 58, which is 5. It's not the highest, it's not the lowest. Grenade is not really the main thing for me. I mean, I play a Stasis hunter, and having it at 5 is okay because I use this grenade here, which is a glacier grenade, which I use for shatter dive. I mean, if you're playing hunter, you must be using shatter dive. It's OP. So I get it a few times a match. It's not the biggest thing for me. See, with melee, I'm using the Withering Blade. So if we go down to intellect, it's 45. I'll probably get 1 to 2 supercharges at a time, which is quite low, but it's a sacrifice I had to make. But strength is my lowest at 26. Now that's only on rank 2. Now you're thinking, that is low, that is real low. But for melee, like I say, I used the Withering Blade, but as my dodge, I used the Gambler's Dodge. And if you look down there, it says dodge recharges your melee ability. So it comes back to me all the time. I've always got my melee ability, and I've always got my dodge because I'm on 70 movement. See, like a lot of people want to go hundreds or triple hundreds, and I get that, but for me and for most people, it depends on the armor you get and what drops you get. I'm trying to bring things down to the minimum to raise up everything. Like, if ideally I wouldn't want 300s, I'd want all the hundreds, you know. So I'm trying to find that nice balance mark. And like I say, 72, 47, 70, 58, 45, 26. But like I say, I've explained the strength. I've always got my dodge on 72. And 47, right, without the 120 hand cannons, seems to be keeping me alive long enough to get in, get a few shots and get out. Okay, so the exotic I decided to run, where most people like Stompies, and I like Stompies myself, don't get me wrong, but the exotic I'm running right now is the Dragon Shadow. Dodging reloads all weapons and increases both movement and the weapon handling speeds for a brief time. Now, this has saved me so many times. How many times you got a Titan running right at you and you're unloading everything you got, and then you know you're in trouble. He's still sliding at you with a shotgun. With this, you can dodge back, reload your guns, because you create that little bit of space, switch to your shotgun, and you know you've got a fighting chance. It saves me all the time, not only in PvP but especially in PvE when I'm surrounded by hordes, and you know, I don't need, oh, getting kicked out of service, where I don't need to be running out of bullets. So it saves me in PvE, it saves me in PvP, and it is really good, and it's nice and balanced out as well. 8, 17, 18, 21. Like I say, I think this is a top exotic. The only thing I do swap it out every so often for is the Wormhusk Crown. Depending on what kind of game I'm in, the Wormhusk Crown is very, very good. Its dodging gives a small health and shield bump. It's always good. If you're good with a dodge and you can dodge behind cover, as soon as you dodge, you get 50% back. As you know, in this game, if someone's weak, someone's going to just keep pushing you until they got you. This gives them a nice little surprise when you at least get like half your energy back, like, or a quarter of your energy back, and it just gives you that fighting chance. So you can switch between the two. I mean, I think they're two of the top exotics that I found for the hunter. Like I say, I've got the Stompies down here. Like I say, I am messing with builds right now. I'm just showing you what I've come up with, but I have got the Stompies down here. And like you say, you can see why it's a favourite of people. I mean, increases sprint speed, slides distance, improves high jump, strafe jump, and triple jump. I mean, you just fly around the map like it's going out of fashion. I know they receive nerfs, but it's still good. So, depending on your play style, you can choose appropriately. They're kind of like the free hunter exotics that I'm really, really into. I am thinking about using a Kepri Sting, which gives you instant. If you have a look here, the Kepri Spring, punching someone with full melee energy will instantly cast Smoke Bomb, gain True Sight, while in your own Smoke Bomb effect, your Smoke Bomb deals increased damage. Now that could be quite good for people who like to use invisibility and, is it middle tree? Let's have a look. So yeah, so you got your Smoke Bomb and everything, and True Sight. It's right here, in Flawless Execution, the Way of the Wraith. So if you use Middle Tree Night Stalker, I can see that being extremely good. But like myself right now, I use Stasis. I think Shatter Dive and everything with Stasis is just overpowered. I think even with all the nerfs, it's not as bad as it was, but you know what I'm talking about if you play the game. Okay, so like for my fragments, what I'm running is a Whisper of Conduction. So nearby Stasis shards track to your position, and it gives me plus 10 resilience and plus 10 intellect. Now, one thing I have noticed for you Fawn users out there, when the orbs drop on the floor after you've got a kill, and you know the solar devourer orbs, and when you go to pick them up, you have to run over them. I have noticed if you go close, within about 5 meters, 6 meters or so, it will suck to you with the Whispers of Conduction. So that's something to note. So like I do use Fawn. So like you see how I'm linking everything together. Everything works together. So right, if I've got a low stat, like with my strength, I've got the Gambler's Dodge. If I'm using Fawn, I've got plus 10 plus intellect, but Whispers of Conduction also brings in the shards to me. And it also brings in the Solar Devourer. So that you mix that together, you're onto a winner. And like I say, we've got Shatter Dive, which is probably the most overpowered thing in the world. And you know, you gotta take what you're given. Okay, so that's pretty much my build, like stat wise and everything. And I'm gonna try and play around with this and then come back with an updated one. But I will let you know right now that you might think 70's low on mobility and 70's low on recovery. I promise, you know, it is very, very effective. It's very, very effective, and I don't have much trouble with them at all. I mean, I can do well in a lobby, and I'm not the best player in the world, without feeling like I'm getting melted or I can't move or it takes me a year to recover. So yeah, so there's a few things that I do have on my hunter. Let's have a look what we got on the mod wise. So if I go to the arms, right now I'm using Unstoppable Pulse Rifles so that I can go do some Nightfalls, etc. Because as you can see, I really need to level up. I also have faster ready stow speeds for shotguns because sometimes you just need to get there really quick. I'm toying with this one right now with the old Charger Light. So once again, I'm just playing with this. With my helmet, I've been using Ashura's Wrath submachine gun. So I put submachine gun targeting on there. I've also got hands-on for super energy on melee kills, which is always really good. And again, I've left this slot open. See, these mods, I've got them all around and it's all the same thing. So I'm not really getting much out of that, to be honest with you. But when you come down to my chest, so melee damage resistance, always good, especially against the Titans. Like, sometimes they're still going to knock you out in a one-er, but it gives you a fighting chance. So don't neglect that one. Reduces incoming solar damage from combatants. The reason I put that on is there's a lot of people using solar still. Solar's still a really good option. Not only is it a good option, you've got weapons like the Lord of Wolves and everything, which I use myself, which is all solar. And, you know, it's just trying to stick with the meta. I mean, I'll change that out for what everyone's using, but it's a bit of resistance to it. Once again, always helps you out. Come down to my boots. I've only just put these on, and this is what I'm playing with right now. So here we go. We've got the hand cannon holster, so I reload my hand cannon while it's stowed away. I use hand cannons a lot. Hand cannons are my favourite. I like hand cannons and auto rifles, and I just find if you get 1 or 2 bullets in there, it could save your life. Insulation reduces class ability cooldown each time you pick up an orb of power. So people are generating orbs, it always gets your class ability down. Once again, these are things that, like, a lot of people probably in the beginning wouldn't even think about putting on, and you think, oh, when am I going to pick up an orb of power? But it's more than you think. So definitely worth doing. Okay, and we got the shield break charge. Become charged with light by breaking a combatant shield with matching energy type. Well, there you go. Speaks for itself, really. I mean, a lot of people use stasis, and we've got some stasis guns. Okay, so if you've got stasis weapons, that's going to help you out. Weapon wise, like I say, I'm only messing with them right now. Right now I'm using a True Prophecy. I've been using Crimson for a video that I've just recorded. I got a steady hand. I see a lot of crap here like the Chroma Rush and that, but I tell you, it's just worth trying out these things. You know, the Crucible used to be, if you didn't have a hand cannon, you weren't going to survive more than 2 minutes, and now here we are. And I've seen trace rifles, pulse rifles, hand cannons. It's so much more varied, and it's really good. Okay. Sniper rifle, I've got the Adored, I've got the Felwinter's Lie, I've got Shura's Wrath, which is really good, and Lord of Wolves. And like I say, I wouldn't pay too much attention to that. That's just what I'm messing about with right now. But they're my stats, and that's where we are right now. Thank you for watching the video, and I've been Mike. I'll catch you later.